The number one concern that I've heard it over and over and over again, might shock you. Uh, Number one concern is bias. We've heard that religiously.
Hmm.
Oh, this AI tool, I hear about AI and bias, or what about its ability to potentially discriminate on an applicant? Those are all things we hear religiously, so much so that it's become a major selling point for us, is bias reduction. So machines are inherently biased. They're trained by people that are biased. We all are in some ways, and that's something that we have to acknowledge first.
Hmm.
Um, so that's the first thing. The second thing is to take active and proactive steps towards reducing some of that bias. And some of the things that we do is, for example, Clio, starting in June, won't be able to read your name as an applicant. So the hiring manager will see your name, but your name will not be a part of that algorithmic decision because inherently we have name bias. That's something that's becoming more and more common in research. The second thing, and this is perhaps the greatest piece of it all, is tone, language, slang, cultural tongue. So we want people to speak naturally. We don't want them to get on and polished up and pretend to be someone they aren't because they're not going to be able to sustain that 5 days a week at work. Um, it is really, really important that Clio is able to let them speak their natural language the way that they'd speak it. In New Orleans, we have our own language. Like we talk about making groceries. We don't say we're going to the grocery store, we're making groceries. That is something that I think a lot of systems would be like, what? Oh, maybe their grammar. That's a New Orleans thing. We're not going to deduct applicants for speaking culturally. That's a really important part. For Clio, she's able to accept a lot of different languages and a lot of different tones. That's really important. Last but not least, compliance is the bare minimal. But it's also really important. So even at our earliest stage, we've gone above and beyond compliance. So we're not just equal opportunity compliant and ADA compliant. That's all fine. We are working to be California Consumer Privacy Act compliant and be on the front end of like AI compliance. So restricting what AI can and can't do, and also making sure that we don't make decisions. We tell all of our hiring managers that you have to make the final decision. We can give you supplementary data, but you should always follow up with these applicants and meet them in person or on a virtual meeting. Those are all small steps, but really prioritizing a person's ability, soft skills, and personality, that's what matters for us.